So, you have an obligatory sequel to a moderately successful superhero movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. And at the beginning of this one, Reed and Sue are getting ready to get married.
Finally!
Just giving the people what they want, sir.
At the end of the last movie, I was screaming, "Get hitched, you frickin' lovebirds!" They kicked me out of the theater for it, but I had already seen the movie.
Well, sir, the problem is
Already seen
they've
the
tried
movie.
to get married 4 times already, but the whole famous superhero thing keeps getting in the way.
Oh, well, I mean, this time it'll work out, right?
Actually, it won't.
What?
Yeah, no, see, this Silver Surfer alien guy shows up, and he's flying around the world, and he's freezing oceans and making it snow on sphinxes.
That's not what the weather's supposed to be at all.
It's not, no. And so this military guy, he goes to see the Fantastic Four, and he's like, you guys gotta help us. This Silver Surfer guy, he could actually be like a serious threat here.
Yeah, I guess they better help with that.
But Reed's gonna be like, sorry, military guy, I'm getting married.
Oh, he's gonna say that?
Yeah, Sue's been getting really annoyed that the weddings keep getting postponed, so, you know, he's putting her first.
Right, but they need the planet Earth to get married on, right?
He wants to
Right.
give Sue the wedding she deserves.
There's no wedding if they die, though, right? What's he talking about?
Okay, well, sir, this is actually supposed to be a very romantic moment, so if you could get all the way off my back about it, that'd be great.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that frickin' dorsal region.
Thank you. So they're all getting ready for the wedding and stuff.
I gotta say, I like how much screen time we're dedicating to a wedding in this superhero movie.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
But then Sue Storm realizes something.
Oh no, what's going on?
She has a frickin' pimple on her forehead.
On her wedding day?
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be tough to have a pleasant wedding with a frickin' pimple.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, she just has to focus really hard on keeping the pimple invisible for the whole wedding.
Wouldn't making it invisible just expose like a fleshy hole on her forehead? When you get a pimple, it's not like there's perfect skin underneath the pimple.
Maybe there is, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
So anyway, then it turns out that Reed
Maybe.
was actually working on secretly saving the world and didn't tell Sue.
Oh, very sneaky.
Yep, pretty selfish of him. And then during the wedding, he gets an alert that the Silver Surfer's coming.
Uh-oh.
So there's like a bunch of chaos, a helicopter's gonna crash, and Sue has to stop it with her powers.
Well, so I guess that pimple shows up again, huh?
No, it doesn't.
So despite being in a life and death situation, she's still focused on hiding that pimple?
It would certainly seem so, sir. And then Johnny's gonna chase the Silver Surfer around the world.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
Yeah, but later when he tells everybody what he saw, Ben doesn't believe him.
The guy made out of rocks doesn't believe that his flying fire friend saw another flying guy?
Apparently not. And then it turns out because Johnny was touched by the Silver Surfer, now when he touches people, he switches powers with them. And long story short, that's going to lead to a bunch of people seeing Sue's naked body.
What?
And while all that is
Again.
happening, it turns out that the Silver Surfer's powers, they woke up Victor Von Doom. Remember him from the first movie?
He's from the first movie.
Sure is, sir.
Okay, so what are the Silver Surfer's powers exactly?
Well, I figured if I don't define them, then they could just be vague and I can have them do whatever I need them to do for any scene
Yes.
I'm writing.
That's smart.
So yeah, Von Doom is awake, but he's Palpatine now.
That sounds pretty evil.
Yeah, so then he has a conversation with Silver Surfer, and he's like, hey man, with our powers combined, we could be unstoppable.
What are Von Doom's powers again?
Like vague lightning powers? Anyway, he uses them on Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer's not happy with that. He uses his powers to make him go flying and, you know, cure his skin.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
So then the Fantastic Four, they save a bunch of people in London, but the military didn't like exactly how they did it, so they hire Victor Von Doom.
They hire the guy they know killed a bunch of people?
Yeah, Von Doom realized that the board is the source of Silver Surfer's power, so the military are like, okay, yeah, let's get that power-hungry murderer guy in here to come help get our hands on that thing.
Very irresponsible.
So they go try to capture this thing in a forest in Germany, but then the Silver Surfer tells Sue, like, I'm not the one who's gonna destroy your planet here.
Oh, plot twist.
And he actually saves Sue's life before being separated from his board and being sent to a prison in Siberia.
Why do they keep changing countries?
So Sue and Silver Surfer end up talking more, and he shows her a PowerPoint presentation on his belly, and it turns out that he's a herald for Galactus.
Oh, what do those words mean?
It means he goes out and he finds worlds that are suitable for Galactus to eat.
Oh, this Galactus guy is scary, huh?
Yes, sir, he is. Very scary.
Yeah, like a cloud?
What?
He's scary like a cloud?
No, not at all like a cloud. He's a massive cosmic character guy.
Well, I say we make him a cloud. It doesn't get much scarier than that.
Oh, I feel like it does, though.
No, I mean, check out this cloud. It looks like a frickin' jack-o'-lantern.
Why do you have this presentation ready?
Look at this frickin' cloud. That's not natural at all. That looks like a ghost or something.
I mean, kind of, a little.
This one frickin' looks like Stephen King. Have you read his books? They're terrifying. Have you read Cujo?
I'm almost positive that one's photoshopped.
Anyway, I think I've made
you
my
read
point. So
Cujo?
what happens with this big scary cloud?
He's not actually a cloud.
What happens with this big scary cloud?
Okay, well, he wants to eat the planet.
Oh, a very rude weird cloud.
So then Dr. Doom, he steals the Silver Surfer's board and he takes off to go do his evil plan.
What's his evil plan again?
Unclear, but he's on his way to it and he's moving very fast.
Well, they'd better catch up to him, I guess.
Yeah, they'd better, and so then they do.
Amazing.
But then he throws a spear at Silver Surfer and Sue steps in front of it and gets it right in the heart.
Oh, spears through the heart can be fatal.
It is gonna be fatal, but before she dies, Johnny touches all the other superheroes, so he absorbs all their powers.
I thought that touching people made him switch powers with them.
That's right.
So do they each get like a third of his fire powers, or?
No, he keeps those now too.
How does that work?
Look, I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So he has this big old fight with Doom, and they fight, and then Doom ends up underwater.
A very underwater bad guy.
And Silver Surfer says that Sue reminds him of his wife, so he goes and he kills Galactus.
He let trillions of lives be extinguished on other planets because none of them reminded him of his wife?
I guess, yeah.
Understandable.
And also he brings Sue back from the dead because of the vague powers I mentioned.
Well, she must be a little messed up mentally, having died and everything.
No, she's good. She's like, what did I miss? And they all laugh.
Oh, hilarious impalements are tight.
Oh, and also the whole movie she wanted to stop being a superhero because she's like, it's not a good environment to raise a family in.
Right.
But now that the movie's over, she's like, you know what? No, this is actually perfect.
So what convinced her that this is a good environment for kids after all? Was it the spear that pierced her heart and killed her?
That's right, sir. And so then they have their wedding in Japan with a whole bunch of strangers.
Oh, okay, that's nice, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie.
It is, yeah.
And I mean, if people don't like it, we could just reboot the whole thing in a couple years.
That's a good point, sir. By then we'll know exactly how to make a good Fantastic Four movie.
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So I talked a little bit in the last video for the Fantastic Four pitch meeting, and in that one I kind of started talking about this one a little bit. I think I was getting ahead of myself. But with this one, like, majority of the movie is about the wedding, like at least the beginning. You got Silver Surfer there, and I was really excited for this movie when they said Silver Surfer was going to be in the movie, with Lawrence Fishburne voicing him, and I believe Doug Jones was doing the motion capture, which is like a awesome combination. But Galactus is a cloud. That's when I was like, okay, Fox, you just don't get it. Like, it just doesn't they can't figure it out. That's why I know when the MCU, when they get it, and they figure out this whole Fantastic Four situation, because even the Josh Trank scenario was bad too. I liked where they were trying to go with it, but the end result was trash. But this one was worse than the first movie, and normally sequels are at least more fun, more action packed. Where they were going with the whole Johnny Storm gets touched by Silver Surfer, and then he's got these weird transfer powers. That added a lot of humor to it. You know, wasn't that funny, but that was supposed to be humorous. And obviously they used that towards the end, which it still didn't make sense. But yeah, it was unfortunate. I'm just really waiting to see what the MCU does with the Fantastic Four, because they deserve better. That's for sure. They deserve better. So just a couple of my thoughts on this one. This is a funny pitch meeting. I think the first one to me actually was funnier. I think the first pitch meeting for Fantastic Four was funnier than this one. There just wasn't really a whole lot going for this movie, but he found some good stuff to rag on, especially the whole cloud sequence when he's talking about scary clouds and Galactus has to be a cloud. That was hilarious. I love that part. So let me know what your favorite part is in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer as a movie itself. Again, I think both of these are more fun than the most recent Fantastic Four film that came out in 2015. My kids saw that one, and I even told them, you'll like the old ones more. They're campier. To me, they're just bad, but they are more fun than the 2015 version. So I know the MCU will do justice to this family of Marvel characters. So if you haven't done so yet, though, subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content, and hit that bell so you can get notified of any new videos that come out for us. And then also like this video if you enjoy this video. But overall, as always, I will see you guys on the next one.